Hey, Indies, welcome back. Welcome to another episode of That's a Wrap. We like to think of this podcast as your go-to podcast for all things film and television production,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
From an independent point of view, you know. We are so happy that you have decided to join us today. I'm Annette, your host, one of your hosts.
Yes. And I'm Naomi, the sidekick.
Psychic?
Sidekick.
Oh, please. I was just like, psychic.
Psychic.
Okay.
You got
please.
powers?
Tell me, what's up with me on Tuesday?
Oh my God. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about something you are definitely familiar with, and many freelancers out there.
Yes. Yes.
And we're going to talk about staying motivated, hyped, ready to go in between gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you keep your smile on your face, right? Shoot. Where it looks like everything is burning around you. Everything is on fire.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a really interesting conversation.
Yeah.
I know I have firsthand accounts and I can share some stories.
Yeah. And some tips.
And tricks, some tips. Yeah.
Things you can do to
weather the storm.
Stay in the game.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Not even weather the storm. Stay in the game. Because, freelancing is like this, right? But I mean, we love it. This is what we love to do.
Yeah.
So how do we stay the course? So that's going to be interesting. But let's do a quick check-in. What's up?
Living the dream, Nettie B. Living the dream. All good. It's I'm so excited for this year. I just feel like there's just so much coming, and good things are coming, and because of how we are moving.
Oh, okay.
How we are just so focused. We are we're setting goals. We are staying consistent. We are staying on top of our goals. We are just moving forward.
Yeah. I think
in unison.
Yeah, that. Yeah. But also, I think what's a little bit different is that, we have the goals, but we also have a plan, and we have like action items in that plan to reach the goal. And I think that is something that's not new.
No,
but we are leaning more into.
I feel like I am embracing my power more so this year than last year. I feel like last year was I was reactionary for most of the year. And this year I feel powerful. I feel like I'm setting the tone as much as I can, right? I'm pushing myself forward. I am just staying on it, and it just I'm joyful about it.
Oh, awesome! That was a really good. I'm like, oh, awesome. But no, I'm serious.
Kudos to you.
That was a really good check-in. Okay.
Yeah.
I know for me, I could really use a nap. So,
well, girl, that's every day.
But other than that, I mean, I'm good too.
Yeah.
So
you pushing through, and not pushing through like, oh my gosh, I'm in pain and I'm pushing through, but it's just, it's fighting. It's just the mindset. Mindset.
And even though sometimes things can get hectic and chaotic and stuff like that, because life is like that.
Yeah.
It's I like to keep a grateful heart and a thankful heart. So because I could be doing something that I don't want to do, right? But I get to do what I love. So I'm already winning when I wake up. So
look at you.
So
I'm blessed and not stressed, or whatever that saying is.
Too blessed to be stressed. All right. So.
Yeah. But before I want to just shout out to you guys, new subscribers.
Oh my
those
God.
that are
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Those supporting us. Thank you so much.
And people leaving comments. We see you, and I know we responded. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And, we're going to always say this. Please like, subscribe, help us grow this channel, help us get more content out to you indies, and anyone else that's watching. Whatever you can take from our discussions and our show, our episodes, take what you can. But just, comment, like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do us that solid. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, first segment, who be talking?
We be talking.
Who be talking?
We be talking. We be talking. Okay. So what are we talking about, right? YouTube, the creativity that YouTube allows in ways look, back in the day, I was not seeing this, right? I didn't know what the future held, but I didn't see where we are now. And I am just grateful to the YouTubes.
We as in the human race, or we as
mankind. Okay. I just did not see how we individually can create things and put it out there and have this amazing platform to put it out there. And I just want to give a shout out. This is my shout out to YouTube just for being created. Whoever the founders were that created this platform, thank you. Not only for what I'm learning from other content creators, but just the platform itself. And it's free. And I am finding people, Gen Xers, older folk, younger folk, everybody can come to this platform and create. And really what this is about is how YouTube helps you create. Enhance your creativity on this platform. And it could be just you in front of your phone, recording yourself talking about whatever, but that is creativity.
Oh, I think so too. And I don't think that a lot of people think that is creativity. And it is. It's because you're sharing, right? And whether you edit it or not, but you're getting on there and you're sharing.
Yes.
And that's creativity.
Yes.
Creativity isn't always like knitting a sweater and writing a screenplay.
Right.
But I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so much on YouTube. I know for me, these are my search engines. 1 is Google, 2 is YouTube. And
they go hand in hand.
Yeah, they've been going hand in hand. Sometimes I go on YouTube first and foremost,
Yeah.
Like my toilet is making a noise, right? And see with those videos that come up. But yeah, it's a great community. Sometimes it can be a little bit daunting at times. I guess for the algorithm to get views and stuff like that, because so many people like monetize, and sometimes it can seem like everything kind of looks the same. But those people that stick out, that do things like differently. So I'm one of those people that if I find a video and it only has like 2 views, I'm watching it and I'm liking it and I'm leaving a comment. Even if it's an emoji, I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Like this one channel, she talks about like angel numbers and like crystals, and she does like the sounds.
Yeah.
Sound baths.
Yeah.
She's great. She gets like maybe 6 views. I'm on her videos all the time. Like I just want her to know that somebody is watching
and it's resonating.
Don't stop. Just because those numbers aren't like 130,000, 1,000, like you are touching the person that
it is meant for.
Right. Yeah. Not touching, but
reaching.
Yeah, reaching.
Yeah, that's the creative space that YouTube is, right? Whether you are creating content for how-tos, like how to fix your toilet,
Right.
or
Shout out to those. All heroes don't wear capes. Let me tell you something.
You just bought, you have a Toyota RAV4
right
2020, something going on with it, you can find it on
Yes.
YouTube. So you have those creators. You have creators that are literally teaching something.
Yeah.
It's not called YouTube University for nothing, right?
Yeah.
Teaching something. You have people who are creating documentaries about Egypt. Like, I'm telling you, I be all in it, right?
Yeah.
Things that are historical. I'm in it. Shorts about like rare photos, blah, 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 blah. I'm in it.
You know what I love though? I love the videos where they talk about like things that were everyone used in the kitchen, but they don't like those retro kind of things. Cause I'm like, oh my God, I remember my great grandmother used to have that. Oh my God, I remember my Nana had that.
Yes.
I love those.
Yeah.
And then they also have these videos of how people would eat during like the 1920s if they were like hobos and stuff like that, how they would make this like bread on the stove with the coffee. Oh my God.
But see, that's what I mean. Like, it is a creator's dream.
Yeah.
This platform is a creator's dream. If you never even had an inkling of like, I can't do anything on YouTube. Like, it's not for me. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Because chances are you know something, you have expertise in something. Or you just want to go talk to people.
Yeah.
You have something on your mind. Turn that camera on and hit record, baby.
Isn't that what Tabitha Brown? Is it Tabitha Brown?
The sister girl?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know her name is Tabitha.
It's Tabitha.
That's all I know. But anyway.
Yeah. So that's what Tab did. She just started doing lives. And she was just talking to one person. And it grew to like thousands and millions.
Yes.
And now look where she is.
She's a brand.
She's a brand now.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes I feel like society teaches us that we should not want to fail. That we don't want to look weird and embarrassed in front of other people.
Unperfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're never going to get anywhere if you don't have a little egg on your face at sometimes. Because things happen for a reason and things grow. And the way things grow isn't all this pretty picture. Right? It's you're on live with one person. And I'm sure people are saying, why is she doing this? Because, the people always talking are the people that aren't doing nothing. And then people see the highlight reel where she's on the Shy. She got these brands in Target and, all of this other stuff, books and everything. But people forget
where she started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she had to convince herself, just do it.
Keep doing it.
Don't look at the number.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a pep talk for us.
This is our journey. Yeah. We already on this journey, right? As we are filming, as we are doing this podcast, we're talking to that person.
Yeah. And also to ourselves.
Yeah.
Kinda,
I'm staring at me right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
seriously.
But yeah, we're talking to that person.
Right.
We're not talking to, we're not looking to this camera and thinking there are millions of people watching us in that.
It's not.
We watching us.
Right.
Shout out this right.
Shout out the 14 people that watched episode 4. I don't know where y'all at, but I love each and every one of y'all. Shout out the people that watched 2 times, like episode 2. Like,
take what you can from it.
Yeah, take what you can, leave the rest.
Send us some love and share your love and thank you. Like this is why I just wanted to just give a shout out to this platform because there are miracles happening here. And there's just so much information and love and things that you can learn just from watching what these amazing content creators are doing. So
and also the fact that you get to monetize and make money.
I mean,
that's
the plus.
It's just so awesome within all of that. So shout out content creators, shout out YouTube.
And if you're watching this and you're just like, I don't think I can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
If we can, trust.
You can.
You can. All
right. That was good.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to take a little break. And then when we come back, it is how to stay motivated in between gigs. So we're going to teach you ways to keep them lights on and gas in that car.
And that smile on your face. Stay smiling.
See you in a bit. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. That was a long first segment. I'm so glad that y'all are sticking around.
Y'all still here?
Before we dive in, Indies, please like and subscribe. It helps us keep this community going, and we want to keep going.
Yes, we do.
So,
freelance.
How to
freelance?
Ways to stay motivated. Is it motivated or just keep the? Because I was like, well, I guess
it is. It's keeping them. Let's throw the words. Keep the momentum going. Keep the momentum going. Stay motivated. Stay engaged. Right?
Yeah. It's all of those things. And so I think my first thing that I would say is network. When you're on set, you talk to
every
people.
Opportunity to talk to people.
And not creepy and don't be creepy.
Stalkerish.
Yeah. No. And don't be begging. And, sometimes people can be a little bit slimy. But create an authentic, connection, right?
I think that's the word, authentic.
Yeah.
Be your authentic self and create authentic connections. Even if you're just like, oh my gosh, she's so amazing. Don't approach somebody with like, oh my God, you're amazing. I love you. Like you're coming off a bit needy, but just
seriously
be like, yo, I like how you do things.
Like how you do things. Or it's just like if you meet somebody, a little bit higher up with you and you had a great conversation. 9 times out of 10, you got their email address, right? Because it's on the call sheet. Something's on the call sheet. Circle back with hey, it was really great working with you. I learned so much. And then sprinkle in some of the conversation and
remind them. Right?
Ask a question. And to remind them who you are because, it's not that people are rude. It's just that they're working and they meet so many people. So they need to, jog the memory, So networking and making authentic.
I feel like some of the tips that we have are similar to building up the resume, right?
Completely.
So it's networking. It's, if you're in between gigs, look out there and see if you can volunteer your time somewhere.
Volunteer time. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
That keeps you busy and also keeps you from sitting around.
Yeah.
Sulking.
Yeah. Or maybe seeking, non-paying things, right? It's not necessarily like if you were just like, okay, I know this isn't a paying gig, but I'm not getting paid. There's nothing coming in right now. And this is for you. Would you, if you saw something on, say, like Philly.org or, one of the databases for gigs, and it was non-paying, would you still
probably not
volunteer your time?
No. I would not. I would, if my friend
Okay.
had a project and they needed somebody,
Yeah.
um, I may
Mm-hmm.
volunteer my
Mm-hmm.
time, but I think my friends, we all know that we have to pay people something,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Um, so, case in point, the project that I worked on, it was like I was not freelancing. I was part-time work um at a organization
Mm-hmm.
that I was a member,
Mm-hmm.
and which is another one of the things that I wanted to
Yes.
talk about. You leverage those
Mm-hmm.
um because I wasn't we were coming off of We Are Born Free.
Mm-hmm.
I was dead. So I needed something to take me away from
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
while I still made,
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um and because I had that income coming in,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, you don't I know you're strapped
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
it was titty tight budget. I know
Yeah.
you're strapped.
Yeah.
What do you need me to do?
Yeah.
Right? She was like, it's going to be low. It's nowhere near your rate, but we'll give you something.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, they just gave me something
Mm-hmm.
that I would do
Mm-hmm.
because I know how hard I work,
Mm-hmm.
even if I'm getting paid, even if I'm not getting
Right.
paid.
Right.
Like, I am so dedicated to the project and wanting to help people and make this the best project
Mm-hmm.
that I go 100%. So I would not, but people definitely
Mm-hmm.
can. Whatever, to get you out the
Yeah.
house from sulking and just putting your resume in 1,000 places,
Yeah. And
you
it could
know,
be volunteering your time in a media related organization,
that too.
or association. Just stay occupied, like
Yeah.
stay engaged in something while, while you're still, sending resumes or applying for other gigs. Just kind of maintain that same level of energy.
Yeah. And like I was just saying, like leaning in to
Hmm.
professional organizations, I think that that's key. Like whatever you're into media wise,
Hmm.
find an organization where there's people in there,
Yeah.
because when you guys have general meetings, you can talk to people and see that they have this project
Hmm.
going. Oh, you got a paid gig. Oh, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll submit it, my
Yeah.
resume, and just different ways to keep your name in someone else's mind,
Okay.
right? Like,
Okay.
oh, Naomi's a producer and a writer. Oh my gosh, she's like such a lovely person to work with.
Yeah.
Let me reach out to her and see if she's available for this project.
Yeah.
It's that type of thing. I don't know how people are on like these job boards, like Staff Me Up, Backstage and stuff like
Hmm.
that. I have never had any
No gigs coming from those
nothing.
platforms.
Nothing.
A lot of it is within your
Oh,
community.
it's my community,
Okay.
it's networking.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um yeah, so if I know that things are like slim, like I make sure I'm attending, the general meetings of the professional organizations
Yeah.
that I'm a member,
Yeah.
right? Like I
Yeah.
want to connect with people. I like have coffee. I reach out to friends that I
Hmm.
haven't talked to in a while, like, yo, you busy, let me treat you to coffee, that type of
Hmm.
thing.
Hmm.
So leaning into those professional organizations, because it was during a meeting where I learned that this professional organization that I was a part of needed a strategic, or they were having problems, and I'm
Hmm.
like, yo, that's strategic planning. I
Hmm.
used to do that in another life,
Hmm.
and that's how I got that gig,
Right. Right. You
right?
parlayed that into a gig.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
so
Yep.
it's seeing an opportunity where there may not be,
Be.
but you create it,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
that's a part of freelancing.
Because that's you are in that world of freelancing. What's the mindset
The
for
mo-
you to
for me
to stay in it, to keep going
to keep
when
going,
it's lean?
I love being on set.
Mm,
I love the energy.
okay.
I love taking something that has absolutely no form. Nobody sees any of it. It's just an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And taking it from that idea,
Yeah.
which is pre-production,
Yeah.
and then creating this body, which is
Mm.
principle, and then seeing it birth,
Right.
which is post-production,
Right.
right? Like
Right.
it's, so I know that I'm supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I make sure that I am here. So I have a spirit of perseverance. I am a go-getter.
Mm-hmm.
And I allow myself to cry. I mean, like
Yes.
honestly, like it can be hard. It can be
Mm-hmm.
tough. Even if you're on set, not everybody gets along. Like
Right.
there's some meanies on set, right? Some big fat meanies. And understanding that that's all about them.
Mm-hmm.
That has nothing to
To
do with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you weren't supposed to be there, you wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. If
Yeah.
it's not meant for me, I wouldn't even be on that set.
Yeah.
And that's one reason why I stopped really hustling
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
and about getting a job and really got aligned.
Got it. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, but that's just me.
I think another part of it is if you have this downtime where the gigs aren't flowing in, or they're not as available, that's also a great time for you to create. That's also a great
Perfect.
time for you to, hey, I've always had this idea.
Yeah.
Maybe get it down on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe start, playing around with camera and just like figuring out how it can work for you. But that also, not only are you creating for yourself, but you're also still in that
energy,
yeah.
in that energy, and yeah, and who knows where it might take you, right? So everything is like this lesson,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know. But the short film that you and I are working
Mm-hmm.
on now really came from
Yeah.
me saying, okay, as a director, what do I need? I need more directing actors,
Opportunity. Yep.
right, and
Yeah.
more directing opportunities.
Yeah.
There aren't any coming my way so steadily, right? So I'm creating my own opportunity, which means more work for you, more content for Girl Code Media.
Yeah.
There's a trickle effect,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then also, even if you can't pay people, there may be people that are just like, yo, I'm there with you.
Mm-hmm.
How can I help?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you're part of a community,
Yeah.
right? So these professional organizations, these general meetings, people just want to be in that energy.
Yeah.
Find those people.
Imagine you're there. Okay, you're in between gigs. You go to this general meeting. You go to something with an organization that you're a part of, and you're just talking to somebody, and you're like, yeah, I've always had this idea of telling this story about this woman, blah 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 blah, and here you are. You're telling them that you're working on it. It's your story. It's something that you're creating, and you never know who that other person is, and or where this could go. But just you sharing, that you are creating for yourself, can inspire. You could inspire that person to like, oh man, you know what? I've always had something I always wanted to do. You could inspire someone. So it's also taking these opportunities to share your story, because your story can impact someone you may not even realize.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that. And like you might think, and it's so funny because I remember when I was PAing on that A&E reality show and court show, and I was excited. I was so happy to be there.
Right.
And some friends of mine that I went to high school with were in the studio audience.
Oh my God.
I know. It was so wild.
That had to be.
And I was like, because I had to do the COVID testing
at that time, yeah.
And then they also had to sign release forms and stuff. And so I'm like, yo, oh my God, right? Upper Dublin, UD, right? And a little bit part of me was just like, dude, but you're this far in life, because it's always that small voice, and you're only a PA, right?
Mm.
And then, I put it in a full Nelson and like figure four leg lock, and you say, shut up. But the girl emailed me
Mm-hmm.
and said, you are so awesome. You are actually living your dream. And then goes to say, she's always wanted to work in television, and can I get her on the set? I was like, well, I ain't see this coming. And then also it's just like, homie, I'm there by the thread. There's no way I could bring anybody else on.
Right.
But just the fact, you just don't know.
You don't.
Like, you think that it's this, but it's like this to somebody else.
Yes, you don't know the impact that you may have on someone else.
Yeah.
Just by sharing your story, just by like, hey, I'm here. I'm a part of this. Money may not be coming in right now, but I'm here. Because there's other ways to feed your soul. And just that maintaining those connections is the way.
Yeah.
Is definitely one of the ways, for sure.
Yeah. So that, and anything else? Like, I think I do possess a spirit of tenacity and perseverance, because
I feel like
rejections and dry spells happen. Take on part-time gigs, whether it is in the field or not. I know a lot during the strike, and because we haven't recovered, people have been doing gig work.
Yeah.
People working in office. For me, because I'm freelance and I haven't worked on like a show, right, where I'm contracted for like a full season.
Yeah.
I go in, maybe work 2 weeks and then off. I know that I can't have a desk job because I might get a gig on Tuesday.
Yep. Yeah.
But so I know a lot of people are like that, and some people are doing like part-time teaching and all this other stuff. So, you get in to fit in.
Yeah, whatever works for you. Yeah, whatever opportunities you can find.
Yeah.
And that whatever works with your life.
Yeah, because, Pico, they happy for you, but they still want to be paid.
And those who don't know, that's the electric company.
That's the electric company. So
yeah. I think 99.99% of it when you are in between gigs is the mindset. It's the mindset of, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep going, and
everything is working together for my good.
Yeah,
all of my needs are met.
Yeah,
like even when it looks like there's fire all around you, all of my needs are met.
Yeah.
Everything is working together for my good. Show me my path. Like, you got to know you want it, right? What is your end game? What is your end game? I think for me, my end game is, Girl Code Media, working it full time.
Yeah.
But until then, I love working on other projects. I'm learning. I'm getting paid to learn. I'm meeting some incredible people, making connections.
Yeah. It's the mindset. I really think that that's going to be the driving force, where your head is at.
Yeah.
Where your head at.
Where your head at. So let's recap. Lean into professional organizations. Network. It's all about relationships. Volunteer on projects. She said that, not me. Take on part-time gigs.
The non-freelancers.
Yeah. Take on part-time gigs. I know that we have that align with your goals, but sometimes, you know what? You got to work in that bookstore for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
You got to work in that office for a couple of months. And then, like you said, mindset. I was saying, like, a spirit of tenacity and perseverance.
Yeah.
Like, you need it. You need to know, like, you that person.
Yep.
You the one. So.
Yep.
So this is good.
Yep.
Great conversation. So we're going to take a break.
Yeah. Let's come back and
then we're going to wrap things up.
Wrap it up.
All right.
We are back.
Oh my God, we're back again.
So we just want to recap.
Shout out Backstreet Boys.
Yes. Even during the break, we were just talking about a lot. It's 99% of it is mindset.
Yeah.
What you're saying to yourself, the conversations you're having with yourself in between these gigs. You just don't let negativity creep in. Don't allow it. Don't allow the negative talk.
Negativity creeps in like a friend. So you say, oh no, I was just saying. Ooh. Like it really does. And when you
say it,
entertain that,
right,
you're giving it wings to spread.
Yeah.
Like you're giving it the space.
The tentacles.
Yes. And you don't want that. So you got to keep reminding yourself that you are that person. Keep reminding yourself how you got your jobs, where you got your jobs. And just be,
and the jobs you have done, like the work that you've done.
Yeah. And be open to that next job because it might not be on a set that you're used to. You know, you might be doing something else, but it's still media.
Yeah.
As long as you stay open and not confined, like, but I always worked in it. Lose that.
Don't limit yourself to the opportunities that are out there.
Because there's just so many things.
If you've been a director for 5 years and things are lean, there aren't director jobs coming in. But hey, we can use a producer, or we can use it. You know, if you have other talents and there are other opportunities for those other talents.
Yeah, it's all about the pivot.
It is.
That's pivoting, right?
It is.
It's. There's power in the pivot.
Yeah.
You know.
What's that term? Is it don't something your nose, spite your face?
Don't.
Whatever that. Yeah. It's old.
Don't cut your nose.
Bite your nose. Don't spite your face.
Yeah, something like
whatever.
That.
But basically, like
we are like, I don't know.
But bottom line is, don't diminish your own shine.
Yeah.
Don't diminish your own shine. If you could do multiple things, seek those other opportunities. If your main one isn't coming, but you can do other things. You know, go after them bad boys.
Yeah, do it.
Pay is pay. Money is money.
Right?
Well, not all money is good money.
Yeah, not all. There's one thing we learned in 2024, 2025, in this short span of time. All money ain't good money. So, but yeah, so it's just, it's about mindset. Yeah. And I just think that just being open and being ready for when the next opportunity comes, because it's going to come your way.
Stay juicy.
Yeah. Stay
juicy.
That's the bottom line.
Is that the bottom of
That's
all
the
lines?
bottom line. Stay juicy.
Stay juicy.
All right. Well,
don't forget.
Y'all stay juicy. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Help us keep this channel going.
We definitely would like to hear how you
how you keep
it going in between gigs.
How you doing?
If you're a freelancer, how you doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would love to hear from you.
That's a wrap.
Y'all be great. We'll see you next time.